Welcome back to the channel. I'm Billy D, and this is, of course, Done Different. And today, we're finally getting back to the Metro. If you watched my older videos on the Metro, you'll remember that I had been struggling to try to figure out what was wrong with it. It would crank up and run, but I couldn't get it to accept any power. Thought it was a fuel issue, a spark issue. I changed everything I could think of. And then, about a month ago, I popped the hood, and I noticed a wire that had broken off that was connected to the throttle body. This wire right here. Some sort of ground, I don't know what to, but I spliced a new connector on, tightened it down back on the throttle body, cranked up, and I drove it 700 miles the next couple of days. Absolutely crazy that one wire is what was causing all of my issues. Now, I didn't film that trip. It was a gambler event and I did have a blast, but it was the only gambler that I haven't filmed, and I actually got a lot of kind of enjoyment of just being able to do the event, do the rally, and not have to worry about filming. Now, I know that's not good for you guys and for the channel, so I will film all the other gamblers I go to in the future. But when I got back from that gambler, I had these tires that I had purchased and these wheels that I was hoping that I could get adapters for real quick. And now they're the right wheel size and the right bolt pattern, but the hub, the bore, is quite a bit bigger on the wheel than on the Metro. So I ordered some hub ring spacers like these, and they ended up being literally like 1/2 millimeter too big for the wheel. They were the perfect size for the hub, but about, like I said, about 1/2 millimeter too big for the wheel. Well, I went through and I sanded them down as best I could, and I got them to kind of pop in the top of the wheel, tapped it with a mallet to kind of get it down in there, and then pressed it on the hub. I drove it around for about 5-6 miles or so just to make sure everything worked out and wasn't getting any vibrations. But I did get some rubbing from the fender lip here on the edge of the two back tires. And I think I'm getting some rubbing up against the inner fender as well. So I was going to pull them off and hammer out the fender and try to get them to fit without rubbing. Eventually I am going to cut the fenders on the Metro and install 31-inch tires. I know that sounds crazy, but I already have the tires and the wheels and just need to get the spacers and I can make them fit. But for now, I want to drive around on these wheels and tires. Now they're about, I think they're like 2 inches bigger, maybe 3 inches bigger than the factory tires. 2 inches taller than the factory tires. And they look really good on it and they fit everywhere else. But because I hammered those center bore spacers into the wheel, they are now stuck on the car, and I have tried everything to get them off, including sledgehammer from the back and all sorts of other methods, you know, like kicking it and all that good stuff to try to get it off, and they won't budge. So today I'm going to use ratchet straps attached to the wheels, one to the pecan tree, one to the truck, each to each back wheel, and I'm just going to start cranking on the ratchet straps and hope that we can pop these loose so that I can modify the center bore rings to get them to fit for now, and then order some new ones that are the right size. I'm going to put it around the top on both sides, and then if I need to, move it to the other spokes and ease it around as I ratchet on it. Ugh. Now that doesn't seem to be working either. You know what? I'm gonna go grab another couple of straps and put it on some of the other spokes. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is doing it. I thought for sure this would do it. Maybe try a third ratchet strap per wheel. Still not working. All right, I'd have to dig out another ratchet strap somewhere for the other side. So I'm gonna start banging with the mallet. Well, crap. All right, no luck with the ratchet straps. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to take these off. I'm going to drop the car down, and then I'm going to put one, maybe two lug nuts on and put them on super loose. And I'm going to drive the thing around my yard and try to kind of slide it with the back tires, pull the e-brake, and see if I can't bust the seal on this loose and get these off. Well, that didn't seem to work. No, hasn't budged at all. Either side, as you can see, there's only one lug nut. It's only threaded in a few threads. Well, I guess we move on to the come along. Okay, so immediately after that clip of me sliding the car, I am now out on my street and I'm kind of driving spiritedly to kind of break those back wheels loose if possible. I was about to head back home and one of them popped loose. So I already went and grabbed the jack and the extra tire and went ahead and swapped it. So now I'm gonna drive around spiritedly until we can get the other one to pop loose. Ah, it just happened. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna swap this one out. I will spare you guys a boring tire change because, well, I don't have my tripod. But yep, got that one popped loose. Let's go ahead and get it swapped out. Okay, they're both swapped out with the original tires now. So let's take it on back to the house and see if we can't get those spacers to fit a little better, and then make some clearance in the wheel wells and whatnot so that we're not rubbing. All right, we're back at the house. Got the car up on jack stands, got the wheels off. I got a few things that I'm going to do before I end this video. First thing, spring spacers. And I want to tell you guys real quick that when you're shopping and you're looking for parts, you know, if you're loyal to O'Reilly's or AutoZone or Vance or whatever it happens to be, Napa, you know, that's awesome. But know that if you want to save some money, make sure you check at multiple different brands of parts stores like O'Reilly's and AutoZone. These were $14 after tax for a set of two, one for each back spring. For one spring at O'Reilly's, different brand, same system, was $20 after tax, saving yourself a third of the price. So make sure you check around when you're looking for parts from different parts stores, especially if it's something you need right then and you are willing to pay a little bit more instead of order it, especially if you live in an area with several parts stores close. All right, let's go ahead and get these on, and then after that, we're gonna bang out the fenders where it's rubbing. I'll show you that here in a minute. And then I'm going to do some grinding on the wheel spacers to make these fit better. All right, let's go ahead and get these put on. Okay, so there's definitely not enough gap there for me to get these on there. So it suggests in the instructions to throw one of the wheels on and then install it, and they definitely sag more with the wheels on them. So we're gonna try that next. That didn't do nothing. Turns out that the springs on the Metro are so small that, according to the instructions, the only real way to get them to fit is to disconnect the shock so that it will lower some more to get these in. I don't have time for that today, so we're gonna work on getting the wheels to fit without a struggle, without having to take it weaving on the road to get them to pop off. So let's go ahead and get that done. Oh, and before we do that, we're gonna bang out the inside. I'll show you where that rub is, and then I am going to bang up the fender here so I don't have to cut it yet, and still give me the clearance without rubbing. Okay, we got the inner fender bent up, banged up as high as I can really get it right now. Should take care of the rubbing issue. Got rubbing issue here, so I hammered this out as best as possible. Do the same thing on the other side, and hopefully that'll do the trick, keep it from rubbing. Now I'm going to take the Dremel and lightly resurface the inside of this hub bore adapter ring, and hopefully I can get them to slide on without much of a fuss. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, it didn't do a heck of a whole lot, which is exactly what I wanted. Just a real light skimming. Let's lock this up, see if it fits any better. Would you look at that? That actually popped on way better. See if that works. And I just want to remind you guys, as I've already said, I understand this is not the correct way or the safe way or whatever. This is my way. And again, I'm not responsible for the decisions you make, so if you do something like this, it's on you. I need to take more off that one, I think. Oh, maybe not. Might actually work. All right, I got the wheels and tires back on. I went for a test drive, which the battery died and I wasn't able to take you guys with me, but you'll see much more driving in the next video. I've got several mods I'm gonna make to hopefully finish out version 1 of the Metro Safari off-road gambler build. So make sure you're subscribed, like the video if you did. I will see you guys in the next one. Billy D, Metro and on out of here. Peace.